your 90th birthday. I know, just awesome. How about a round of applause for Grammy? 90 years. So, give me just a little piece of advice for how to make 90 years look as good as you make it look.
Keep laughing.
That's good advice. That's awesome advice. All right. Now you also raised 3 boys. So for the people in this room who either have boys or will have boys, what's your best advice for them?
Don't faint.
Don't faint. All right.
Hang in there.
And then what do you think is the biggest change you've seen in your life?
You mean the outside world or within me?
Actually, both. That's an excellent question. Both.
The outside world has become awesome. Really amazing. I mean, when you come from a small farm where you don't know anything, you don't perceive anything to the awesome things that go on with society, history. I'm amazed.
It is pretty amazing. And what about within you? What do you think is the biggest change within you over your lifetime?
Well, I think I have become more compassionate, perhaps, or humorous, or talkative.
Those are good changes, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think so too. So if you had one message, you have almost your whole family here. We're shy 2 grandkids here tonight. Is that it? Just shy 2 grandkids here? Yep. So if you had one message to give your whole family, what would that message be?
Love one another, I guess. Maybe that sounds too simple, but
actually that's good advice. It's probably the best advice anybody could give. That's excellent. Anything else you want to say before we let you get off camera?
don't lose your sense of humor. Laugh all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say.
That's actually perfect. That's perfect. All right, last thing. You gotta look there in the camera, and you have to wish yourself a happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Shirley. I love you.
My favorite thing about Grammy is how sweet she is and how caring she is. How she always looked after us as kids. Yeah, that's just her always watching me at my dad's house in the apartment. I love you, Grandma.
Love you back.
My favorite memory of Grammy is one time we went to Denny's and it was like midnight. I don't know how old I was, but I was probably like 22, maybe 21. Anyways, we snuck in a bottle of vodka and we put it in our cranberry juice.
What was that?
And we had a grand old time.
Okay.
My favorite thing about Grammy is her spontaneity and she just loves to, she's down for whatever. Grandma, I love you, you're the best grandma ever, and thanks for being there for us.
Oh man, so many. Recently, she did her hair like a rock star. I don't know if you guys remember that. It was platinum blonde, straight, she looked awesome, and we dropped the top in my convertible and went for a spin. Had a great time. Oh, she always feels good when I tease her, so she doesn't get too upset about it. I love her. So. Oh, Mom, you're awesome. Happy birthday. Happy 90th birthday. Oh my goodness. You are an incredible woman. You're still here. You're very vibrant. You're spry. You've got it all together. And we love you so much, so happy birthday. We love you.
The one thing I like about it is that my mom's name is Shirley. So.
Just that she is easy to talk to and very fun, yeah. So just get to know her better.
I think we know now.
It's okay. This is done.
Just happy birthday, and I hope you have a very nice time today. Your birthday dinner, and happy New Year.
Well, Grandma used to always come over to Dad's, and I remember we used to play hide and seek all the time, and that was always really fun. And whenever we were always at her house eating dinner or something like that, like I would always make these weird like creations of like meals, you know, and Grandma would always help me with that, and that was always really fun. I remember one time we made a chocolate pizza for Dustin's birthday a long time ago. Also made like a chocolate panini one time. She was always like, let's do it. My favorite thing about Grandma is that she was always really kind when it came to like, you know, just being there, and like when it came to family too, she was always like ready to have dinner. She was always ready to invite people over and just have a good time. Happy birthday, Grandma. I love you so much. You've come a long way, and yeah.
My favorite thing about Grandma is that she's a very wacky gal, essentially. She's always willing to basically just to do the weirdest things. I'm trying not to just look right at you. She's always trying new things. I have a very vivid memory of her apparently taking belly dancing lessons, which is stuck in my brain. You know, my dad mentioned that she did some punk rock, cool rocker stuff with her hair. She's just always been doing things like that, right? She's a character, as she would say. Police used to call us characters. She is a character, and that's my favorite thing about her, is she's not just your average grandma. She is one of a kind. My best memory, I'll do two. The one that I thought of first was where we went to the food bank together. And I don't know if you remember this, but my car, like the front of my car fell off in the rain, and I had to get out and try to put it back on. But that's one that I always think of, is just being at that food bank with you and picking out all kinds of weird, like, reject foods. That was really fun. I guess just to say another one, that this is something I always think of when I think Grandma too, was when I was really little, probably like around 8, one of my friends came over. And I guess Grandma answered the door drunk with a bottle of wine in her hand and just said, "Oh, go downstairs, Nick's downstairs."
Oh, come on.
You did. It's true. I love you, Grandma. You are, again, a one-of-a-kind gal. Made it all the way to 90, which is no mean feat. Here's to 90 more, if you can manage it.
Favorite memory. Well, the time we went up to Idaho was pretty awesome. We went up there to play the lottery, and between the two of us, we spent $100 on tickets, and I won, I think, nothing. She won like $4 or $5 back. So. Honestly, every day I spend with my mom is my favorite memory. It's a great memory. Every day that I can spend with my mom, and do things I never want. Favorite thing about my mom is that she is the most non-judgmental, supporting, and Mom at the rock store. Happy birthday, Mom. I love you very much, and I hope you have many more to come.
My first car. Dad told me to get a beater for $1,000, maybe, tops. And I said, no, Dad, I'm not doing that. I want a new car. I want my own new car. So Grammy and I went to dealership and she co-signed on a loan for a car. My first car was a turquoise Mustang.
I remember that.
And I didn't even know how to drive it. It was a stick. And I said, I don't know how to drive this, but this is my car. I love it. She signed it, and we drove in the driveway. Dad happened to be in the garage. Mad. Grammy didn't care. She just handled it. And it was awesome. Oh, so many. She is so bold, so much more than she knows. She's raised us all. 3 boys and 7 grandchildren, are there? 7 or 8 of us? 7. And at one point or another, she's taken care of us all. And she's bold and she just handles it. She's not afraid. You're fearless, Grammy. You're fearless. Own it. She owns it. Okay, Grammy. I love you so much. And you've made it to 90, which is amazing. And we want as many birthdays that we can squeeze out of you. But when you're ready, I wish for you to pass on into the next dimension and become that beautiful, talented, wonderful opera singer that you always dreamed you'll be. And you will be. I love you forever.
I have lots of favorite memories of Grammy, but one in particular was the first time I met her. I went over to her house and she had out fancy dishes and fancy glasses and a fancy tablecloth, and she had made a fancy salad and a fancy dinner. And that's when I knew I would never go in front of her without makeup. That was never going to happen because she was a fancy lady. And I thought, she's not going to want a daughter-in-law who doesn't try to be a little bit fancy. So that was my first memory of her, one of my favorites. So 2 things. Number 1, and somebody mentioned this earlier, a couple years ago, well, it was about 4 years ago. We were cleaning, getting ready to move, and I went over to her house and we were visiting, and I said something about being tired because, we've been doing all this cleaning. And she said, well, I'm a little depressed. And I said, why are you depressed? She said, I'm cleaning too, and I finally had to give away my belly dance costume, and I thought, I'm a loser. Like, she was 80, I guess at that point she was 86 when she gave away her belly dance costume. So that's one of them. And then the other thing is, she's the youngest 90-year-old I've ever known because she's on Facebook all the time. She does Family Search, she does Ancestry. Like, the world will never pass her by. The world will never, ever, ever pass her by. And I want to emulate that. Wonderful. Aww. Grammy, we love you so much. We hope you have a great birthday. We can't wait to come next year and do another big birthday dinner. Hopefully I will have lost 30 pounds by then and I'll have a good side. But until then, I just wanted to say, because it's my message, and I just want to say happy birthday and we love you so much.
Favorite memory. I have so many. I go way back, obviously, with her, and she's let me get away with so much crap my whole life. But on the other hand, she's been tough at the same time. I don't know if I have a memory, but she was always there for me when I was growing up, even when nobody else was. So I think in general that would be my favorite. Well, I'd have to go along with a lot of what other people have said. She's so hip, she's into the tech and into whatever. One of the things that really struck me was when she wanted to learn to play the piano. I think she was 80-something or 75 and wanted to start learning how to play the piano. I loved it. It's actually inspired me quite a bit to keep learning my whole life. Mom, I love you so much, and I really want to thank you for everything. I really appreciate putting up with all the crap I gave you my whole life. Thank you so much. I love you.
I wouldn't say it's my favorite, but it's the one that sticks out in my mind the most. I want to say I was young. I can't remember the age. Back at the big house. It was right after we'd gotten the exercise ball. It was the first one we had. I was just messing around with it because, I was a kid, about, yay tall compared to how I am now. I remember running up and kicking it right as Grandma was about to sit down on it. And, yeah, everyone saw it. Everyone ended up laughing after, we made sure Grandma was okay. That's the memory that sticks out to me the most. Just how connected she's always tried to stay in everyone's lives. With Paul, Cam, me, Amber, Nick, Dustin, all of us, being the incredible hellraisers that we tend to be in some way, shape, or form. She's always tried to make sure she's there for us if she needs to be, or if we need her. Just tried to stay family, basically. Happy birthday, Grandma. May you have many more.
Chicago, and he headed down to New Orleans. Jesus left Chicago, and he headed down to New Orleans. Working from one end to the other, and all points in between. Took a drive through Mississippi. Muddy water turned to wine. Took a drive through Mississippi. Muddy water turned to wine. Went out to California, through the ports and through the pines. in person, but he'll see you just the same. Might not see him in person, but he'll see you just the same. Don't have to worry about nothing, 'cause taking care of business is his name.
Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Shirley. Happy birthday to me.
Wait a minute. I lose my place. Oh, God. That's enough of that. Oh, I would. Okay. Oh. Well, I did this okay today. Well, okay. Scrambled brains again. Sorry. Some when I breathe in, or but I don't get it blown out. How do you do that?
Snowing too, so I don't know. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's taking all the wind just to get that out of it.
Yeah.
We can call that one, Grandma.
Yeah, you can breathe in on it too, in and out. There you go.
Well, I get more out of it breathing in than trying to put it out.
Not too fast though, you'll get dizzy.
Did you already drink all their coffee, Grandma? Did they drink all their coffee?
That's weird. I mean, they're real high and real low in the same place.